after attending various sessions in this past year, I realized that there are some apprehensions among business owners, entrepreneurs, even managers about research. So I thought maybe it can be a good topic to put on the table for the discussion and have some learning. Uh, I will start discussing this idea with a quick research that will also give us some um, active space, makes some of us active, and see how many of us are active. All these things together. So there are two questions, and I'm expecting one word answer for both questions separated by a comma. You can write your answer on chat window. So I'll ask two questions, 10 seconds, and then please write your answer quickly and hopefully without looking at others' response. Am I clear with this very small research process? Two questions, one word answer separated by comma. I'll ask questions, 10 seconds, a research question. So it's not a interview question type, it's a research question. Fine. So I'll ask, the first question is, what comes to your mind when we think of conducting a research? I'll repeat the question. What comes to your mind when we think of conducting a research? Second question is, if I ask business owners, what comes to their mind when they think of research process? What do you think will be the most common answer? I'll just type both questions on the chat window. Question one, what comes to your mind when we think of conducting a research? Second, if I ask business owners what comes to their mind when they think of research process, what do you think will be the common answer, most common answer? No need to answer it privately. You can actually answer it to everyone so that everyone can see. And think about what is the right answer, not what should be the right answer, isn't it? Sometimes we give what can be the right answer, what you think. Don't think about what it should be. I think this is right, but I think this should be the right answer. Not like that. What you think, what comes to your mind. One of those games, na, I say a word and you have to quickly say another word, something like that. Some more time to get some more answers. What comes to your mind when we think of conducting a research? What do you think comes to the mind of business owners when they think of research process? Few more seconds to get some more answers in case you are getting it. So one word. That's the key to the research. One word. I could have formed this question in a very different way also. I could have give 4 options and then ask you people to rate the answers options or rank the answer options, isn't it? Then maybe my answer options will not constitute of any of the options that you have written. Also, the question can be why the answers of these two questions are different. What we think when we talk about or when we think about research process, and what business owners think in general, why these two answers are different. Suppose I add more data, your answers, and then your profile, your educational background, what kind of business domain you are in, at what stage, age. If I add those factors, then more insights maybe we get. Why these answers? Well, the thing is, when it comes to research, as many people have written, we think of data. Yes, many people do that. And obviously, research, observation, data, forms, a survey, an Excel file, something like that. I think when we talk about research, what should actually trigger our mind is hypothesis building. What if scenarios and assumptions? See, a questionnaire or a data is a tool, and hypothesis actually is the heart of the research process. If we have a problem and we are looking for a solution, in a scientific and systemic way of finding a solution, that is the research process, isn't it? And why the process has to be scientific and systematic? So that we can keep our biases and errors in check. So I believe that this mindset of a researcher is a very important component of our entrepreneurial journey. I believe so. Like in a retail store, if we check buying behavior and purchase patterns of customers, and we just think that what if we put snack shelves near entry instead of personal care? Then will it increase the purchase of snacks and without affecting sales of personal care products? And if sales of personal care product will get affected, then will the increase in purchase of snacks will be able to compensate it? What if we put a snack shelf near men's grooming products? So if there is a problem statement, if there is something to explore, it is a research. And it is not always necessary to do a very exhaustive research as we generally think. Effort and extent of a research, that should depend on complexity and consequences of the problem. So if we are in the process of launching a product, it can be a very, very exhaustive research. But if we are deciding on the packaging of a product, then relatively, it might not be as exhaustive as when we did the research for the product development. So we have to take that decision. But if there is a problem and if there is something to explore, there has to be a research. And this having a research mindset is basically about ability to build hypotheses, keep questioning what is established, gathering information from available sources like conversation with channel partners, customers, reading, also looking for patterns, ability to see gap. So if you'll see that in the research process, there are hints of multiple soft skills and competencies, isn't it? So a research process is not just a research process. A research process is basically an exercise on analytical skills also, which is good for both us and as well as for our team members, our employees. What if we keep throwing some research processes to our employee as an exercise to keep their analytical skills abreast? And I think, as I said, that I chose this research topic based on my experience on various seminars. I don't think we do as many researches at times. And there we can also include experiments actually. Many of us have developed some prejudices against doing a research. And I'll just try to explain where I think the problem arises from. If I ask them what was my objective when I conducted this quick research asking those two questions, what could be my objective? Was it a research that I did? The thing is that if I meant to find out really what people think when asked about research, what I just did, it was a badly conducted research. My objective was just to develop a curiosity about research through a demonstration. And that is all it was, a demonstration. Responses hardly affected my flow here. The good responses, bad responses, did I get what I wanted? It was nothing about it. And this idea of why I'm conducting a research is very important. And that idea will be very clear when we will be very clear about the hypothesis of the research, the objective of the research. So when we conduct a research, it is not that research that goes wrong most of the time. It is lack of clarity of research objective, clarity of why we are doing a research. And research goes wrong when good knowledge of related parameters is not acquired, like environmental effects. So when you are doing a research, you are engaging customers when they have just entered the outlet or when they are exiting the outlet. When you should conduct, when for the concerned product category, for the research objective in hand, what will be the right environment when we should engage the customers or the respondents? It can affect the research process, and we really need to understand that. When we are asking some questions to our team members, when we are asking the responses on packaging, how we are framing the question, because there are biases. There are confirmation bias and there are outcome bias, and these two biases are so common in research: the confirmation bias and outcome bias. I'm just writing it here because I think we should know these two biases, because we don't know how they affect our day-to-day processes. They affect how of the research. They even affect how of our decision-making process. Questions are not developed properly because of these two biases. There are leading questions. There are questions when we know what answers are going to be, but we are asking because we just want confirmation. In the end, it is the research process that we end up blaming, or we end up blaming the researcher. It's just like a ridiculous promotional campaign. A ridiculous promotional campaign is a result of a ridiculous brief from marketing team. Though blame mostly goes to agency. There are many service sector people here. I'm sure they will be able to relate with it. A ridiculous promotional campaign. People generally ask who made this bad campaign. I believe in asking who reviewed and approved this bad campaign. Why this campaign has gone live. Somebody has approved it. And that is where the problem is, not maybe at the level of where the campaign was getting produced or executed. These biases and error of judgment is definitely very costly for entrepreneurs. And I believe very strongly that not conducting appropriate number of research and just keep moving on our hunch can be even more costly. These were the points that I just wanted to discuss. Thank you. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, Amanpreet.